Okay, so she's asking, I'm just looking for the right question. Here we go. Fatima Johara from Pondicherry says, my sister got 4 kids and aborted 4 times. Will she get Jannah? Okay, and you can mention my name. Now, with regards to this question, abortion. Firstly, the first question is abortion allowed, right? Is abortion allowed? The general ruling, my brothers and sisters, the general ruling with regards to abortion is that it is not permissible to abort a baby at any stage unless there are valid reasons to do so. Okay, unless there are valid reasons to do so. That's number one. Number two, okay, what are these valid reasons, right? Well, before we talk about valid reasons, what are not valid reasons? One thing that is not a valid reason is fear of poverty, because Allah will provide for them, right? نَحْنُ نَرْزُقُهُمْ وَإِيَّاكُمْ. That we will provide for them and for you. In this ayah, Allah mentions them first, right? We will provide for them and you. That's the first point. Number two, right? Another invalid reason is that you're scared that, oh, I have to look after them and I have to educate them and, you know, I need to maintain them and I'm not going to be able to travel the world and all of this bakwas. No, this is also not a valid reason. So what is a valid reason? Okay. This is, for example, it would be allowed in the first 40 days if there was a valid reason. For example, right? Let's say if a woman was raped, may Allah protect her, then within the first 40 days it would be allowed. Let's say a woman is mentally unwell, then perhaps during this time, within the first 40 days, then it might be allowed. Let's say, for example, you know, there is danger to the woman's life. This is also a reason, a valid reason, okay, to abort the child within the first 40 days. Now, after that stage, okay, if there is a fear that the lady, the mother, in other words, if there's a fear that this mother will die, and trustworthy doctors have testified to this, not one, but a number of them, at least maybe 2 or 3, have testified that this poses a risk to the mother's life, and they have tried to, you know, they've tried to save this baby, then inshallah at that point it would be allowed to abort the child after 40 days, right? And some scholars say after 4 months, and between 40 days and 4 months there's a less burden of you know, there's a slightly lower burden, right? That is going to harm the mother, but not necessarily you know, basically it might harm the mother to the extent that she might die. Then in this case you can you try and ward off any kind of danger, you try and save the baby's life, the mother's life. But if that's not the case, then after 40 days it's permissible still to abort the baby. Other than these reasons, then inshallah there are no valid reasons to abort the baby. So we need to be careful. But what I say to you know, in such situations, that every situation is different, so you need to ask a scholar for the specific ruling at that time. Okay, so you need to ask a scholar for the specific ruling at that time. The other thing to bear in mind is if somebody has committed a sin of aborting that child without a valid reason, then this person should make tawbah. This person should repent to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and inshallah Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will forgive that person. If the person is sincere and they promise never to do that again, then inshallah they will be forgiven, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He does forgive. So inshallah I hope that answers your question.